Check one, two. We're recording. Yeah, we back. What's going on? What's good? What's good? What's good? Everybody good? Everybody alright? Everybody weak and sturdy? Everybody keeping it dangerous? Keeping it tight? Me myself, I'm good. Decent. Just trying to do it right. Trying to navigate this journey we call life. As usual, pondering this, pondering that, thinking about this, thinking about that. And you know, it's crazy. It's been a relatively decent weekend for me. Didn't do too much. Went checking my mom, make sure she good. Take care of some stuff. Went out to dinner. Went out to get something to eat this weekend. Me and the wife. Husband and wife thing, couples thing, whatever. Small stuff, light stuff. But of course, your boy always pondering stuff. Always, trying to see what's the next, what's the next move, what's the next spot. You know what I mean? Like playing chess. But of course, man, over the weekend, it's like just looking around. Like when we went out Saturday to dinner, just observing and looking at folks and looking at couples and relationships. People that look like they're in relationships and stuff. Stuff is really changing out there, man. I mean, me myself, you already know I'm not in the streets. I'm off the market. But you know what I'm saying? It's like is for somebody like me and other content creators that do this type of stuff, kind of talking about what's going on these days with relationships and stuff and male and female whatever. It's no shortage of content, man. It's a lot going on. I mean, we can talk about this stuff till the cows come home. Cause me myself, I get tired of like sometimes just talking about this stuff for real. But trying to be big content on this stuff is no shortage of material. Cause every day you see stuff and it's just endless stuff out there to talk about. For real, for real. Let's be honest. So you can go on to infinity talking about this. But I've been also thinking about like I said, with relationships and marriages and stuff like that, and breakups and divorce and stuff, you know. And I was like, sometimes people break up, people get back together, and they work it out, or sometimes people break up and they end up being better off as friends than they were when they wasn't in a relationship. And then let's say sometimes people, you know, married people get divorced and end up being better co-parents or being like best friends after they divorce. And sometimes people divorce and get back together and live in the same house or whatever, and just live in separate rooms or just live in the same house and just end up continuing as partners or whatever, but no longer married on paper. But it's like kind of like they're married because they live in the same house too, but they're just not married legally on paper. So yeah, man, it's crazy. I mean, I don't think it happens a lot, but it does happen. And you know, like I said, I was just shit that crossed my mind. And then I got home like yesterday. I was laying around and I got to looking at some videos and stuff on YouTube. And I came across this particular video right here, my man Kevin Samuels. But anyway, let me stop talking. Let's watch this interaction with Kevin and this lady, and let's see see what's going on here. But let's check this out, man. Do this real quick. Let's watch this Kevin Samuels interaction with this lady. Um, that. Oops. Hold on a second. Before I do that, let me do this. Okay, so back over here. Yep, almost messed that up. Would have been a blank screen. Almost forgot to remember. Blow it up for me. Let's go. There we go. All right, let's watch this interaction with Kevin and this young lady right here. See what's going on. Let's go.
You?
Good. How old are you?
I am 40.
Okay. What do you got for me?
So I have a question. I am back out in the dating scene.
Okay.
I was married for 13 years. Sure.
13 years. Go ahead. I'm trying out these comments.
So just back into the dating scene. I've been dating for maybe about a year. I've been separated. My divorce isn't final, but I've been separated since 2019, February 2019. It's rough in these streets. I just asking you for tips. Go ahead.
What's the outcome you want to have?
Right now, I feel like I'm just testing the water, seeing what it's like out there.
Okay, but after what do you want to eventually have?
I do when I get married again.
I like what she said on the break. When she came in, she said she was married for like 15 years, 13 years, whatever. But she said she back in the dating scene and it's rough in these streets. That I heard. Like I said, I am no longer in the streets, but from what I see, all these stuff on that social media, yeah, I guess it's rough. I mean, she said it, so yeah, it must be rough. But anyway, let's go.
You have any children?
I do. I have one daughter.
How old?
13.
Okay, so you'd be looking for a stepfather. You're not just dating.
Yeah, her dad is in her life. She goes back.
But still be a stepfather.
True.
So
Very true.
any man that you deal with is going to be a stepfather, which automatically changes the equation. So some basic questions.
Sure.
You were married for 13 years. At what age did you get married?
26.
Who
She
filed for
married young.
divorce?
Well, not young.
I did.
That's the right age
what
to get married.
grounds?
So in my marriage, I knew pretty early on. I could see that we weren't compatible, and that
Irreconcilable differences?
I would say so. It wasn't anything. I wasn't cheated on, as far as I know. Just we aren't
Irreconcilable
compatible.
differences?
Yes.
I'm going to be dead honest with you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Irreconcilable differences in most men's mind is bull. How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Dress size?
About 8. 8 now.
Okay. Irreconcilable differences mean basically that's something that's been added to the marital code after the 40s. It's really not for cause. So now you're starting to see the grass may not be greener.
It's feeling that way up front. I feel like there's a lot of lying and stuff like that up front.
Okay. Where is your ex? Is your ex seeing someone?
I know he's gone on dates, but not that he's not seeing anybody seriously.
Did you guys do counseling and therapy before you split?
We did.
How long?
Probably about the last year and a half, and I continued to go after that.
And there was no improvements.
No, our personalities have grown so far from each other that he kind of just shuts down and stuff. So.
Pause this for a second. Just like it's funny, man, because just like Kevin just said, a lot of times women, I guess they get bored in relationships and marriages, and just like he was saying, most, like they said, they did the statistics on divorces and stuff, and a lot of times it's just women file for divorce for no apparent reason. Now, let's be honest, we know first thing most women say, a lot of women that never even been married, the first thing they say, oh, well, maybe it was an abusive marriage or an abusive. That's their go-to reason why most women that married or never been married, that's the first thing I say, well, maybe she was being abused or whatever. But you heard what this lady said, it was, it wasn't no kind of abuse, no cheating, no kind of abuse or nothing, but just sounds like they just wake up one day and get bored and decide they don't want to get married. They don't want to be married no more. kind of like that Tia Moore situation with. Yeah, I mean, y'all know Tia from Tia and Tamara. I mean, y'all probably seen some videos with her. Yeah, as far as I know, she didn't say that her husband was cheating or mistreated her or anything. But she up on divorce and now she all over social media, posting thirst traps and stuff. But what do I know?
Living together apart. I'm gonna be honest, man. At 40 years old, I mean, you're cute, but the dating world, you're a single, you're a divorcee out here with a 13-year-old. You're not going to get better than your ex. That's the reality. Because
Kind
the
of
men
is.
you're going to be dating,
Yeah, and then there's that. But yeah, a lot of times, like, you know, think it's boredom, man. They just wake up and get
all
bored.
got stuff too.
Yes.
And not many men are looking to step in to be a stepfather of a 13-year-old daughter with an active father, because that puts men in a lot of jeopardy. I'm gonna say I'm a big proponent of keeping families together because.
Hmm.
And what city are you in?
Sacramento.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Probably.
I
In
travel a
Sacramento.
lot, so I felt like, okay, maybe, I've met a few guys, but they don't live
Oh,
here.
yeah,
And
you
it's
can have
been,
some.
uh,
You
not
can have.
that yet,
Yeah.
but
You can. You
Should
can
have
have.
plenty of
You
that.
can date. You can do all that. But as far as walking down the aisle and getting married, chances are very low.
Yep. That's facts, man.
all right. Even if, well, not even if, but like, I feel like of a couple of folks that I have met recently, they are seeming okay with my child. They have, I date older guys, so they're mostly, their children are grown and gone.
Mm-hmm.
So they've seemed okay with it because they've already raised kids.
Right. But that's different. Okay. But that's different than having one in your house that's prepubescent.
True.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't realize you were going to answer. I hope you guys can hear her playing the piano right now.
It doesn't matter. But I mean, you got to realize as a man, you're like, okay, all that has to happen is, Mommy, when you were gone, Erin looked at me a certain way, or she tells her dad something. Look, it's just a bad deal for us men. There's just really no upside to that.
True.
That is why I say we grew apart, we did this,
Yeah.
we did that. All right, you better grow back together, figure it out, because you got skin in the game, he's got skin in the game. That's your
True.
daughter.
True.
Every situation from this, I don't know why. It's been told to women that you can do that all by yourself, and women have been marketed to you guys that you can just get back out here and have.
That is true, man. Women always seem to think that there's this plethora or they have this privilege of just jumping back out. Oh, I can get another guy or I can get another man. It's something in them that just give them that idea that they can just drop you or drop their current situation or marriage or relationship and go get another man. Like, I think because women get a lot of sexual attention from men, it gives them this false illusion that men legit want them. But that's not the fact. The fact is men would give women attention for days because men we just want to poke as much stuff as we can get. If they're giving it up, most men will take that shit. So they get confused with this sexual attraction versus relationship attention. So I think that's what they get messed up at. They just seem, guys are always hollering at them and shit. So they feel like they could just leave any relationship or any situation and just bounce out there and get another guy. Yeah, you can get another guy for sex, but it don't necessarily mean he want to be in a relationship with you. He'll probably some guys will probably trick you into thinking they want a relationship just to wear you out, just to knock the bottom out, and then he'll bounce. So women get tricked with sexual attention and relationship attention, man. And to this day, some grown women they can differentiate the two. They be getting caught up with that shit.
Have another shot at it, and it's like, well, no.
Right. Well, and I felt like, since I've left, and it's been whatever, a little over 2 years. I feel very stress free. Like I'm not. There's no arguing. There's no any of that. And I get that those things will come in a future relationship.
Yep. Yep. They're stress free. How old again?
40.
It's gonna be real stress free until you start to break down.
Well, hopefully it won't be for a little while.
Yeah, it always seem like they're happy. They feel like they're single now again. They're happy, but it gets lonely, man. They don't talk about that shit. They get lonely.
So then you'll die.
Well, so my parents were 17 years apart, but my father.
But those are your parents.
Oh.
Right.
Man,
well, that's what I look to.
Nobody's perfect.
Right.
See, what you're basically saying is, what? I'm not happy. I don't care. You don't marry for happiness. I don't care about, you don't marry for happiness or love. You marry for duty and responsibility. You keep your family together because look at what you're doing now. This is stressful. You cannot tell me as a 40-year-old woman dating on the West Coast that this is stress-free.
Right. I think because it's new right now.
It's new, and everybody you deal with has their own drama, their own issues. If they have kids, though you're gonna be a stepmom too, or something else. Then you got to factor in.
He's right, man.
Whole new sexual experiences, opening yourself up to an entirely different possibility of strain of venereal diseases, financial. I'm like.
He's right.
We're not supposed to be getting divorced just because of irreconcilable differences. You can't even, honestly, you got to be realistic. I even ask you why you're divorced, you're like, it wasn't really for anything major.
Well, it's major when I feel like that. When I feel like he
feel.
Well,
Nothing concrete. Just a feeling.
Negative.
Like they feel they get bored. It's not. It's just a feeling. It's nothing concrete.
You were
positive.
Always.
No, not always. If it were right now, he would probably want to be married again with me.
And you need to go back to your husband, and I need to figure it out. You married. I mean, you said the vows.
I know.
For better, for worse, richer, for poor, sickness, health, to death do us part. It wasn't until I.
Yes, you should, like I said, sometimes people get back together or people divorce or separate and end up being best friends or best co-parent. But in this particular situation, you could see it seemed like there's no bitter feelings towards her ex-husband. It don't seem like she not talking negative about him. She seemed like a nice lady. You know what I'm saying? She not, for real. I mean, let's be honest. She come across as a nice, she come across real nice compared to some of the other videos I've seen with females on his channel. She not rude, she not over talking, she look like she got a decent personality, man. Whatever, the deal was with her and old boy. Just like Kevin said, you might want to reconsider it, that shit. Because she said it in the beginning of the video. She said it's rough out here. Yeah, no shit. And you 40 now. You're not 20, 25, 28, 29, 30, 31. You 40. You're getting ready to look at the second half of your life in a little bit, lady. Yeah, you might want to reconsider, especially if it was nothing serious that they got divorced for. But everybody want to live their best life. Everybody want to live their truth. Oh well. Here we go. Let's continue.
Until we no longer liked each other. That wasn't in the vows. Until it was irreconcilable. That's what you said before your God, before you consummated and made a baby.
Yep.
Very true. Yeah.
So carry your on back to your husband. Here's what you do: you get a 4-bedroom house. Your room, his room, y'all's room, your daughter's room.
So that's what we. You said y'all's room was one of them. We had some when we were.
Yeah, living together, living apart together. You have your room. He has his room. Y'all have your room. I'm gonna tell you right now. If I remarry, my room, her room, our room. I need my alone time.
We had his room, our room, the last year or so, but not the our room.
Okay, yeah, y'all can get together on Tuesday and Thursday, and the rest of the week y'all can live in y'all's own room. I mean, what's the difference?
Kevin's something else, man. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing? But he's right, man. Sometimes folks just gotta go ahead and do what you gotta do. Come on, man. Come on. They'll make me gotta hardwire this. I hate when my Jones start doing this crap, making it look like I got some bootleg internet and shit. But y'all already know how technology is. Shit just do what they want to do, man. Just gotta work with it sometimes.
May not have tried hard enough. You may not have tried hard enough. Now y'all know that y'all are out here, and it ain't get out here. He's had a chance to see. We are taking for granted these relationships, and you think the grass is gonna be green on the other side. He's realizing it ain't here either.
Ain't shit out here.
There's
bro.
only so much new you can get.
Damn.
We'd rather have a good night's sleep and a nice bowel movement. I mean, honestly. I'm being honest. You're not kids anymore. So it's like, okay, you gotta relearn somebody all over again.
That's
and it
funny.
doesn't sound like y'all had anything really
That's funny.
major. It sounds as we don't have a community or a culture that supports marriage.
Marriages,
Because
yeah.
if you'd have came around a bunch
That
of
is so
married
true,
people
man. That
and
is
a
so
community that supports marriage, people would have told you, girl, you better go back home and work this out. And people would have told him, man, you better go on back home and fix this.
That community, that's a community shit.
Versus get out here and live your best life. That ain't what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, put your family back together. Because I'm out here. I'm out here. Ain't out here.
Right.
Venereal diseases and crazy shit. Your family. If it's not anything that's majorly domestic, rampant infidelity,
You know.
you're not in danger. That's why I say, maybe, just maybe. And here's why I'm telling everybody why I'm so adamant about this. I have a friend. He and his wife.
He's speaking
were like
facts
the war
right now,
of the
man.
roses. They had been together young,
Them if he ain't
and they
speaking,
were just
he
adamant on
ain't
getting a
telling the
divorce.
truth.
And they just made our lives horrible. When they finally got their divorce, something happened. Now, I'm not going to say what happened. I don't want people to know what I'm talking about. Something happened to where they ended up having to still live in the same house.
Right.
For a period of time. Nothing had changed. They got a divorce. The paperwork was fine. They were still living like husband and wife. Same home.
Yeah.
You know what happened after that paperwork was signed? In roughly about 30 days,
They're probably living happier than before.
they start talking to each other and playing dominoes and duck hunt and video games and this and that. Several years later, they are still
Together.
living there. Just like they were in their teens and early 20s. But the pressure in their mind of being married, it makes no sense, but it made sense to them. They just dissolved their marriage.
Right.
And
It worked for them.
and they remarried.
Crazy,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
Because
Crazy.
they're like, we're still living here, we're not getting the tax benefits, such and so forth. So I'm not going to say the people's name, but
Right.
anyway.
I've heard of that.
You-
People being divorced and then getting back together.
I mean, do you seriously want to risk bringing other men, because you don't want to run the risk of bringing someone around your daughter and something happen. You would
Very
never
true.
forgive yourself.
Very true. What do you think about? So I've felt like no one has met my daughter. And I don't plan to bring anyone around her if they are outside of me.
I can
no
respect
one's
that.
going to move in with me, and I'm not moving in with
I can
anyone
respect
unless
that.
we're
That's
just
respectable.
that.
I can respect.
I felt that. So she'll graduate at 17, and she's 13 now. I'm not necessarily in a rush to hurry up and jump into something else, but I
You
was
still customize for him. 13 years with him, and you're going to
13.
do
I thought
what?
it was 15, 13. Okay.
You'll be 44?
for.
Mm-hmm.
44,
If
yeah.
you marry a man around your age or a little bit older,
51.
you
Not a
still
little
have-
bit older, up to older.
Okay, but then that means you still have 13 plus years with that man.
Yeah, with the ex-husband. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. True.
Not a good idea.
I'm just saying.
He keeping
Okay,
it a
you could go
whole.
learn somebody else new.
He keeping it a beam though.
Or you guys could honestly sit down and say, all right, what would it take for me to be able to look at you for the rest of your life? Because there's love there.
Yeah,
You're just
fine.
not
Yeah,
in
for
love.
sure. For sure.
All right, then you can build on that. There's love there. There's just not like. What would it take for me to be able to have to like you, to be able to tolerate you, to finish out my contract? All right. That's why I've become more of a fan of this living.
That's what I'm saying, man. Sometimes, breaking up is not always a solution because, people separate and break up for stupid reasons sometimes and don't even realize the reason is stupid until it's too late. And then some people try to get back together and then it's too late because the next person done moved on. Then the person that's trying to get back together is standing there regretting it and looking stupid, knowing good and goddamn well, like, what the hell I just did? I should have stayed in my relationship. Or I should have stayed in my marriage. You know what I mean? But he's 100% right, man, because it don't sound like she had too much of a reason. Like I said, it's probably one of them things where she just woke up and got bored, or for whatever reason. Who knows, man, because people do weird shit. But she probably just woke up and started feeling like she bored or she can do better. Who knows? Now she back out and she says rough. Yeah. Should be like that sometimes.
Apart together thing, because I think it's the time that so many people spend together, especially younger couples.
Mm-hmm.
Because at 40, man, you're who you are. You're not gonna change. Yeah. And folks are, I just don't know. 13-year-old daughter, y'all got memories, y'all got family, y'all got history. I'ma just say, figure it out.
Go back with your husband, lady.
It sounds like he's single. See, when you said that he's single, to me, he probably realizes, damn, I didn't try hard enough. I let this go without a fight. And you said he wants to get back together.
I won't say that he wants to. I think if I said, hey, let's try to work it out, he would be open to that. He would never reach out to me because that's not his personality. That's part of...
Go get your man, shorty.
Okay, he wouldn't reach out because that's pride. That's stupid.
Facts.
But okay. But if you were open to getting back, having the conversation, he'd have it.
Yeah.
All right. When's your daughter's birthday? What month?
August. She just turned 13.
Okay. Well, say your daughter for her birthday wanted us to have this conversation.
Oh gosh. Oh, she would love it. I know.
Then have the conversation, man.
I will think about that. It's just been like it got to the point where, like, with our.
I know it's not easy. I get it, but there's more there than not.
True.
You don't have hard feelings.
She
don't have hard feelings for this man.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
I get it. And I'm sure he knows he's disappointed you. So.
Kev is 100% right, man. Cause real talk, sitting here looking at this is like you can see, like he said, it's no. She don't really feel bad towards old boy, but whatever reason we don't know, But like Kevin said, if it's not really a real reason, you might want to go back, seeking y'all work this shit out, cause it ain't nothing out here. Streets is dead, bro. Ain't nothing out here. You know what I mean? So what he's saying to her is, let me see what else you want to say to her real fast. What he's saying to her is like, you might want to go back.
You have that conversation. What's the worst that could happen? You could end up having better communication and co-parenting, and then move forward into the rest of your life, knowing you did everything you could, and give him a chance.
But I felt like I did feel like I did that the last about year and a half.
No, I get it. I know. This is the part that sucks. See, this is the part that sucks about relationships. I did this. He didn't do enough of that.
He didn't do enough.
Relationships are supposed to be 100-0. You give 100%, expect nothing. That's what it's supposed to be. Because expectation is the root of frustration.
Yep.
Because when you expect something you don't get, then you get frustrated, disappointed. I get it.
I
know. But what I'm asking you to consider is you have a family that would like you to get back together, a child that would like you to get back together. You probably can look at my show and see that they ain't out here. it ain't like there's something better around the corner.
Right.
And I think maybe there's a possibility if you guys sat down and had an actual honest conversation, even a mediated conversation,
get a third party,
you may be able to find a new appreciation for one another and have better than you've had the previous years. Because the alternative is to get back out here and do this stupid. And that ain't benefit you or him.
or the child.
That's true. Or our daughter.
I said it. Or the child. But we gonna go ahead and end it right there, man, with the video. But he ain't never lie, man. He ain't never lie because for real, you know, everything he said is 100% right. Cause it don't sound like she got no hard feelings towards old boy and shit. You know what I mean? And like Kevin said, she just not really mad at him. She just disappointed for whatever reason. Like, again, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We just on the outside looking in type shit. But she might want to go back here or try to have a conversation to where maybe they can do like they're living apart together type shit like Kev was talking about. You know what I mean? That's why I said, man, sometimes, people don't understand that the grass ain't always green. She find out real quick that, it's nothing out there. And especially when you've been in a relationship for that long, you're already stuck in your ways, you got used to that person. Then you mess around and jump back out there for some dumbass reason just to find out it's like, what the hell I just did? Shit ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's really not worth it. Then from a man, Kevin, I don't even want to talk about him personally. This a dude that a lot of women hated, bro. Anybody who followed him before he passed know what I'm talking about. They hated this man. Oh, who is he? He hate black women. What did he know? Who the fuck is him? Blah 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 blah. Yada yada yada. But this is one of the many videos that a lot of people ain't never seen with Kev. Cause here he is giving this lady advice to go back to her husband, keep her family together. But they don't want to talk about that shit. They don't want to talk about him in that light. They just want to talk about him as the black woman hater, and he don't like black women, and he full of shit and yada yada yada. Does that man sound like he full of shit to y'all? The advice he just give this lady and what he was the conversation that dialogue he just had with the lady. Does the dude look like he full of shit? Yeah. They went so far as some women celebrating this man's death when he passed away. Unbelievable. But anyways, man, R.I.P. Kev. Sleep in eternal heaven, man. Your work is being continued out here because he got that manosphere on fire. He got the red pill out there, and yeah, YouTube is hot right now with the manosphere and red pill content creators and stuff. Y'all know what's up. But anyway, man, that's it for this video. I just figured I'll, drop this one on you guys. Y'all drop me some comments and stuff, and we can try to keep this going, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Top of the week for me. Top of the week, I guess, for everybody. It's Monday. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. And I'll holler at y'all later.